Guys know how I do it. I do these daily check-ins daily. I normally do them around noon. I call them nooners, but today I'm a little early because I got something else to do. But I say, you know what? I can't go do what I need to do before I do my daily check-in. So hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. Today is Friday. Is it the 25th? I don't have my glasses on, so hopefully that does say the 25th. Hey, and you know what? This is live from downtown LA, right there across the street from the Ace Hotel, downtown LA. Well, you know what street the Ace Hotel is on? It's on Broadway, on Broadway. So yeah, so I'm on Broadway across from the Ace Hotel, just so you can see the area. I was, hanging out at the Ace Hotel, making it my office of the day, and I said, you know what? I think I want to show the outside, the street, you can see the restaurants. There's a lot of stuff going on in that area. There's a new building going on right over there. So the Ace is right in back of me, like right here. So this is the Ace. This is the Ace Theater, right? Which is next to the Ace Hotel, which a lot of hotels they'll say, we don't have this and what we don't have, right? Or we're not located here, we're not located there. They worry about all this other stuff. But one thing about this hotel, it has a built-in traffic generator. What is a traffic generator, Russell? What the hell does that even mean? Well, it's something that generates traffic, right? So a theater, amusement park, the freeway, easy access, stores, malls, all those things are traffic generators. That theater has 1,600 seats. Okay, so just imagine 1,600 people coming to that hotel. I mean, coming to that theater, and hopefully some of them, you're not gonna get all 1,600 come to the hotel, but you want the potential for 1,600 people to come in. You want the potential to market to 1,600 people that can come in and feel, put butts in seats in that theater. And it's owned by the hotel. So the hotel and the theater are owned by the same company, right? So same salespeople would sell that particular that venue or promote it or whatever. So that's a built-in traffic generator. So not many hotels have anything like that. So this is a very unique situation here that a lot of people don't even realize. And I was doing a live earlier today on Instagram, and I had mentioned the Ace Hotel. And a friend of mine, he chimed in. He chimed in on the live that I was doing on Instagram and said, "Yeah, I've been to that theater. He went to a concert. He said it's a cool venue." I said, "Well, did you know that was part of the Ace Hotel?" He said, "No, there's no mention of any cross promotion that the hotel and the theater are owned or are one, right?" Which I think that's an opportunity that's escaping. I mean, you can always right the wrong, right? But I don't know exactly if the hotel is promoting that as being part of, the Ace Hotel and the theater are one, but they should be, right? Because that's a missed opportunity if they're not. And if any group that's coming in there, any concert goers or even the people that are performing, if they don't know that that's a hotel, if they're not staying at your hotel, well, once again, you're missing out on a prime opportunity to get room nights and heads and beds. And that's what hotels strive for, is get the heads and beds. So, but anyway, I don't know how I got on that, but well, I guess because I'm showing the Ace Hotel, right? So look for your traffic generators, hotel people, salespeople, look for your traffic generators, amusement parks, like I said, theaters, um, ballparks, all those kind of things are traffic generators that makes your life a lot easier. So if you don't draw on those traffic generators, you're definitely missing out on a grand opportunity to make things easy. I mean, it's all about trying to make things easy. It's not all about trying to, recreate the wheel. If there's a traffic generator and you can get business from there, then heck, that's what you should do, right? So I worked at Universal, the Sheraton Universal, it's right next to Universal Studios, right? So of course you want to take advantage of what's going on at the park, because the hotel did as the park did. It went as the park went, right? So if the park was busy, more than likely the hotel is going to be busy. So you want to make sure you try to partner along with, the people that are at that venue or the people that are at that amusement park. So I mean, I remember I had the darndest time trying to trying to do that from an internal perspective, from my hotel, that they didn't want to do it. I'm like, the powers that be. Well, why would you waste your time doing that? I'm like, hello? I mean, it just sometimes it just oh man, I don't want to go back, but it just boggles my mind how short-sighted some people can think. You know what I mean? And we're all responsible for bringing business into a hotel, right? So when you bring something up that makes sense, I mean, just okay, well, how are you going to do that? That should be the next question, right? Not why would you do that? Well, no, how do you propose we do that? That would be a good question right there. Okay, so but anyway, I digress. But anyway, like I said, I do these daily check-ins daily. Today is it's about 11:45, and I'm doing a daily check-in. So downtown LA. And I always have an agenda for this. And make sure if you guys want to make comments, you can. The chat is open. So this is all about engagement, interaction, communication, building a community, all that kind of stuff. So feel free to make comments in real time, and then I will put them on the screen so the whole world can see the questions and comments that you're asking. Okay. Let's see. And I am live on YouTube and live on LinkedIn, just in case you did not know. I do these daily, Monday through Friday, not every day, but Monday through Friday. So, and I always have an agenda, so I'll just move forward. Hey, I mentioned this. This is the third time I'm mentioning this, and I just want to make sure that people that didn't see this now. So it's a job alert, came from my friend Miss Michelle Carlin with Alignment Advising. So in fact, go alignmentadvising.com and you'll see exactly what Michelle Carlin's company does and what she stands for. And do you need a business alignment? You need to check out Alignment Advising, and let Michelle know that I called her. But anyway, she's doing a search she's assisting Visit Concord, which is a CVB, Convention and Visitors Bureau, or a DMO. They call them Destination Marketing Organizations. Same thing, interchangeable term. She's helping them search for a new sales and business development manager. So if you know anyone, or if you're interested in it yourself, look down at the ticker. It's going slow for a reason, because I want you to see Miss Michelle's email address. So any questions you have about that at all, feel free to reach out to her. Let her know that you saw this on the Daily Check-In with Russell of Hotels, and she'll be happy. She'll just be like, oh, really? No, that Russell. So if you know anyone that's interested in selling and developing business for Visit Concord. Concord is in California, Concord, California, in Northern California, near San Francisco, the Bay Area, they call it. The Bay Area, it's near Oakland, it's near San Francisco, it's next door to Walnut Creek. So yeah, that kind of Bay Area, that kind of pocket right there. So if you know anyone, or if you're interested, please feel free to reach out to her. So I just want to mention that one more time. So you let that percolate and marinate, for the weekend, and then maybe you'll, okay, you know what, I think I'm kind of interested in that. I'm going to reach out to Michelle Carlin. So there you go. That's why the email is down there. So anyway, this is another view of the Ace Hotel, right? So this is actually the entrance to their restaurant. Open breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I believe. I know breakfast and lunch because I was there during that time. And right there to the left, right here, where am I? Right here, that's their coffee bar, right? So you can get your chai. I get my chai. They have oat milk as well. So I made sure I got my chai with oat milk. And upstairs on the second level here, the stairs right around the corner here, that's where I made my office for the day, right? So the restaurant is downstairs, but if you want to, I didn't want to interrupt anyone because, I go there and I work and I do my lives and all that, my daily check-ins and all that stuff. So I'm like, well, I'll go upstairs, and it's quieter upstairs. They have ample space up there. They have like a conference room table. They have other tables with, two chairs, you can have an intimate conversation with people. I mean, it's really nice. It's really nice. And guess what? The Wi-Fi works, and the Wi-Fi is free 99. So it's going to be the perfect place for me to start doing my office for the day. So when I want to get out of my office, I'm going to the Ace Hotel just to hang out, have my chai tea, and do my work, right? So have laptop, will travel. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I do have an agenda to go through. I mean, just one thing that I'm going through today. And this is another shot outside of the Ace Hotel. So this kind of, the restaurant I just showed you, this kind of spills out into the sidewalk area. So this is actually outside dining for that same restaurant. The restaurant is called Loam. You see it right there, Loam. Where is it at? Right there. There you go. So there you go. So, but what is a brand show off? I mean, that's my little thing for the day. I don't know if that's a topic or whatever, but brand show off. So that's someone who shows off brands, right? Shows off your brand, maybe better than even you can do it, right? And that's what I do. That's one of the things that I do. So some people call it content creating. I mean, content creating and brand showing off, or to be a brand show off, go hand in hand, because even this right here is creating content. Me doing this daily check-in or live or whatever you want to call it, a digital show or whatever. You know, I just heard that term the other day, a digital show. You know, podcast, and you have a digital show, which is kind of the same thing, because you're basically, you know, putting out information, right? You're talking about different things or whatever your topics or subjects are, but they're kind of the same thing. So podcast and a digital show are kind of interchangeable these days. And I just realized that just like maybe an hour ago, I saw that term or heard somebody mention that term, like, wow, okay, I kind of like that. So, but anyway, I move on. But yeah, so me being at this hotel, the Ace Hotel, is creating content not just for me, Russell of Hotels, but it's creating content for the Ace Hotel. Hence, brand show off, right? So you're showing off a brand. Okay, that's what being a brand show off is. At least that in my mind and my interpretation of it, that's what it is. So that's what I do day in and day out. Now, if you notice, if you follow me on LinkedIn or YouTube or Instagram, I do a lot of postings, right? And 9 out of 10 times, it has to do with like hotels, right? Hotels or some type of tourism or a destination or whatever, okay? Yeah, I throw in some non-meat eats in there too, because I don't eat meat. So it's either going to be destination driven, hotel driven, or non-meat eats driven. That's all the things that I always post about, okay? And I like to show off different brands, right? So if I'm at a hotel, like yesterday, I was at the Ace Hotel for my office for the day. So I'll go to different hotels and kind of just to get out of my home office, just see what's going on in hotels, check out, you know, hang out in their lobby, hang out in their restaurants, order some food, order some drink, whatever, and just kind of see the operations, you know, see how's it going, and maybe have some conversations with not just some of the employees at the hotel, but the guests, right? And that's what we should be doing anyway. Have a conversation with the guests. Why are they here? What do they like about the hotel? Do they like the hotel? What don't they like about the hotel? I mean, those are things that we should be involved in, meaning if you work in a hotel, and you're a manager, supervisor, or whatever, you have some, you know, some type of responsibility. I think it's up to us to make sure that we kind of talk to people and see where their head is before they leave. Because once they leave, you know, then they get their survey, you know, their customer surveys and things like that. And then if they had issues, well, they're going to write all those issues down. But if you can stop those issues before they leave the building, then maybe that, you know, that the response that they'll get from the survey will be a lot more favorable. So, but if we don't have conversations with people, we never know. A lot of times we're afraid to talk to the guests. I don't know why that is, but I'll go in the hotels and I'll just talk to them, just have conversation like, hey, what brings you to the hotel, or what brings you to Los Angeles? And they'll let you know. You'll be surprised what people will tell you, right? But that has nothing to do with me being a brand show off. That just has to do with me being a former hotel manager, director of sales and marketing, AGM, assistant general manager, and a general manager, right? 14 different hotels over 25 years, right? So I do that when I go to hotels. I will have a conversation with people I don't even know, right? They may be guests of the hotel. That's fine. Just have a conversation with them, just to see why people come or why they choose certain hotels, right? I happen to love the Ace Hotel, right? But sometimes maybe people were there only because their company put them there. And those are things you can find out, right? You can find out those things. So it's always important that, people that work in hotels, hotel managers, sales managers, whatever, get to know their guests. Why are they here? How can you get more business? That could be another reason why you talk to people, because it's all about heads and beds, right? Everybody got a budget, that room night budget. We want to make sure, we exceed that budget. So that's one way of trying to find out, why are they there? Is there anyone else coming from their company or organization? Are they satisfied? Will they return? Will they bring other people with them? And is there any group situation or opportunities that can come up? I mean, those are questions that you can ask on the fly while you're just walking through, getting your coffee or just walking out or whatever. I mean, we need to take advantage of every single thing, because that hotel across the street, they may be doing it, right? And it's all about your competition, right? So, but anyway, getting back to being a brand show off, like I said, I'm a hotel person, so I'm always, go off on certain things that kind of hit me. But being a brand show off, like I said, being here at the Ace Hotel, downtown LA. So I want to show off not just the Ace Hotel, but the area. And I showed that with the video that I opened with, right? The street that it's on Broadway. You can see there's things that are going on in the area. There's numerous restaurants within walking distance of this hotel. So you don't necessarily have to say you didn't want to eat at the hotel. I'm there 2 nights. I want to eat there every night that I'm there. Okay, well, there's restaurants right next door, across the street from here, right around the corner. It's very walkable area, right? And like I said, I love the hotel. And if you're there for it, maybe you're there, you're at an event at the theater that's right next door, right? Well, there you go. So my job is to show off brands, okay? So I do hotel site selection. I do content creating. Content creating and brand, showing off a brand goes hand in hand as far as I'm concerned. But the thing of it is, when you show off your brand, you got to be consistent. So one thing that I want to make sure that I do is that when I choose a brand to show off, that I'm being consistent with it, right? I'll come on and do these kind of lives or daily check-ins and make sure I have a hotel brand that I'm showing off, or a destination that I'm showing off along with that, because that's important, right? That people that maybe they didn't know this hotel existed. Maybe they know Ace Hotels, but they didn't know there was one downtown LA, right? Or maybe they never been downtown LA, and maybe someone sees it like, oh, okay, that may be somewhere that I like to stay, or maybe not. You know what I mean? So, but if people don't know, and I just don't think hotels do a good enough job of being brand show-offs. So that's where Russell of Hotels comes in. So if you have a brand that you want to show off, I do daily check-ins daily, Monday through Friday, right? So these are opportunities for you to say, hey, reach out to me and say, hey, Russell of Hotels, I want you to show off my brand. Okay, I notice you do these daily check-ins daily. They go for about 20 to 30 minutes, and you're always talking about our hotel, or you mention it. I mean, you can see right here that has been on there since I've started, right? So I've been on this live or this daily check-in for 18 minutes. So for 18 minutes, this shows, okay? And for 18 minutes, whatever backdrop I'm showing is showing, okay? Whatever that is, it's all about the Ace Hotel, right? You can see that, like I said, you see the dining, you see the name of the restaurant right there, 182 rooms. They have a theater next door. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities for people to come and partake. And you'll be surprised how many people within the entertainment industry stay at this hotel downtown, like actors and, writers, producers, directors, all that kind of stuff. Because they love the vibe of the hotel. The hotel was built in the 20s, I want to say the late 20s, I believe. The theater, I guess around the same time. And actually the theater was built by Charlie Chaplin. Okay, Charlie Chaplin and some other actors that were famous during that time. So there's a lot of history in that museum as well. And you should see the detail in there. It's just, oh my God. I love things that are built in the 20s. The vibe is just so cool, right? So, but I'm not the only one who thinks that. There's tons of people that come there as well that just love the vibe of the hotel. They love the restaurant. They love their rooms. So there you go. So my job is I got many jobs that I do, But the one that I really like, that I really take pride in, is showing off brands, right? So I'm here to assist whenever you need, I need my brand shown off. And people don't call it that, right? That's a term that I came up with, okay? Well, I'm a brand show off. What does that mean? Well, I just explain everything. If you just start tuning in, rewind it and see what a brand show off is and what I do. So, but yeah, so my job is to show off brands as much as I can because everyone does not know and it's not top of mind, everybody. And I love showing off independent hotels because I think independents need more help than the branded properties, of course. But I just think that the independents or the boutique hotels, they have a different kind of vibe. And a lot of them, a lot of the ones in LA downtown specifically were built in the 20s. So, to see a 20s building this kind of, and they take advantage of certain things. Like there's a hotel down the street from here called what is it called? The Hotel Per LA or Per LA. Let's just say Per LA. It's an old, the building was built as the Bank of Italy back in the 20s. And there's a bank vault at the bottom, right? So that's where the public restrooms are. So if you ever go to the Hotel Perla and you go take the stairs down to use the public restrooms, they're actually in a bank vault. And the bank vault door is still existing. It's open. It's the coolest thing. You go down there, you go right into the bank vault, and there's a men and a women's restroom. And it's the coolest thing, right? So a lot of these hotels have different, they're unique in their own right, right? Like this one has a rooftop pool and bar. A lot of them do, but a lot of them are unique. The views are unique. So I mean, it's just if you've never gone downtown LA and checked out some of the buildings or checked out some of the hotels that were built in the 20s, you're missing out. So if you're into architecture and things like that, and you want to see, just the different design of hotels or what things look like back then, opposed to like the modern designs of the day, you should go check it out. So definitely. But like I said, my job is to be a brand show off. And that's what I was talking about today. And this is just a quick view of, this is the lobby, or this is actually the front desk. I don't know if I don't call it a lobby per se, but it's kind of different setup. So this is where you go and check in. This is the registration area, right? So this entrance right here is right across from the restaurant I just showed you, right? So yeah, so this is where you go in and check in, check out, that kind of thing, go out the door to your left, and you're outside again. So I just want to make sure I showed off a little bit of everything that I see when I'm at the hotel. I've showed rooms before, and I didn't have them queued up today, so I'm not showing any rooms today. But this is more of their public space. So, but that's it. So any questions at all, you can always reach out. Hit me slide into my DMs, or hit me with a message, or email me at russell@russellofhotels.com. That is it. I'm always here to answer questions. I'm here to be a resource. So there you go. That is it. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Be safe. I'm here in LA. It's gonna be in the 80s, maybe in the hundreds, probably in the hundreds in the valley. Thank God I don't live in the valley. I don't live too far from the beach, so no matter how hot it is where I live, come about 4:30, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool because I'm gonna get that cool ocean breeze, right? I don't even have air. We don't have air conditioning in our house. I don't have central air. So I just have a couple fans, right? So the doors and windows are open. You get that breeze that comes through, but I don't have central air at all. We have central heat, but no central air. So, but like I said, when 4:30 comes around, it's going to be cool. So I don't care if it was 100 degrees during the day here where I live. Come 4:30, it's going to have that ocean breeze, and it's going to be about 70 or less. Okay, guaranteed. There you go. So anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day. Thank you again for just, listening to me for a couple minutes, and it's been about 24 minutes. So I'm good, right? So I try to do these between, 20 and 30 minutes. So there you go. I'm good. So you guys have a great day and great weekend, and we'll see you next Monday for the next daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. Until then, I was always